expected it. Both of us kind of like, I don't want to say hated each other, but kind of hated each other for those years.
Love, it's a powerful thing, right? It can be the greatest highs and the toughest lows. We've all been there, and whether you're in a relationship or have experienced the pain of breakup, but here's the $1,000,000 question. What if getting back with your ex is actually the best decision you can make? It may sound risky, but sometimes it works out in the most unexpected and beautiful way. In a recent sit-down interview, Ashanti talked about getting back with her ex Nelly and how the whole thing went down. It's so wild actually hearing her tell the story from her perspective. It really shows you that you never know what can happen in life.
So we spoke, we had a few conversations, we went on a date, and it's weird because the butterflies came back.
In the next clip, Ashanti's going to continue to open up more about how her date went with Nelly after being apart for all these years.
Because it was new, but then it was old.
Yeah.
Right. It was like, it was still so familiar. It was like nothing happened in between. So that's when I knew, okay, something has got to be.
Take Ashanti and Nelly, for example. These two iconic figures of the early 2000 music scenes were once a powerful couple. Their relationship was a talk of town from red carpet events, their hit collaborations. They seem inseparable, but just like many celebrity couples, they break up after a few years. Fast forward about 10 years, yes, 10 years, and guess what? Ashanti and Nelly are back together. Not only that, but they're also now married and parents. I mean, this is the kind of fairy tale story we rarely hear about. So what does this tell us? Could getting back with the next after all the time apart actually work? It turns out for some it can, but it's not always as simple as just picking up where you left off. So let's break down why Ashanti and Nelly reunion can teach us something about love, growth, and second chances. First things first, growth. Sometimes people grow apart not because they don't love each other, but because they need time to grow as individuals. Ashanti and Nelly were young when they first got together. They were building their careers, trying to navigate the pressures of fame, and all of that can be a lot for a relationship. Over the years, both Ashanti and Nelly achieved incredible things on their own. Ashanti was still owning the music scene, dropping hits and acting, while Nelly took on projects in music, acting, and business. They built themselves into stronger individuals. When they reconnected, they weren't just young in love, stars they used to be. They were more mature, more understanding of each other's lives. Sometimes it takes a little distance to realize how much you truly appreciate someone. Now, time apart allows both people to rediscover who they are and what they want out of life. When they come back together, it's often not as the same people, but as two people who've evolved, and now they have the emotional maturity to support each other in a healthier way. That's exactly what we see with Ashanti and Nelly. They took the time to grow individually and come together. The second thing we can see that happened was forgiveness. After years of being apart, they clearly forgave whatever led to their breakup in the first place. And obviously, leaving the past to the past. It's all about realizing that the past doesn't have to define your future. They both moved past any drama and chose love over everything else. And finally, the most important thing of all, timing. A lot of times, timing is everything. If Ashanti and Nelly had gotten back together too soon, maybe things wouldn't have worked out. Sometimes you need to take a step back, focus on yourself, and find the right moment when you both are ready for the second shot at love. Now, they've come a full circle. They've come a full circle, guys. They're not just rekindling their love. They're building a future together. And that's where we come to the real message here. It's not about rushing back into a relationship just because the feelings are still there. It's about knowing you're both better, more mature, and ready to start again with more love and less baggage. So I'm guessing by the end of this video, you're thinking, so this Ashanti and Nelly story proved that getting back with your ex might be a good idea. For some people, absolutely. It's not for everyone, and it's not without challenges. But for those who are willing to learn, forgive, and grow, it can lead to something beautiful. Maybe love isn't about finding the perfect person, but about finding someone you're willing to work through the imperfections and hard times with. And who knows, the next time you see an old flame, you might just realize the timing is right for a second chance. Maybe. Ashanti and Nelly getting back together shows that love isn't bound by time. Their reconciliation proves that true emotional connections can withstand distance and challenges, and highlights how mutual respect, nostalgia, and understanding can reignite a past relationship. Their reunion suggests that love, when nurtured, can remain strong and evolve into something even better than before. I want to hear your thoughts about all of this. Leave your comments down below, and thanks for watching.